the spermatozoa from it for fertilization of the eggs in the hatchery. Okay, I got a knowledge of the program online, so and I applied, and then to my surprise, it was a transparent process, and I was selected. Though I applied under agriculture because that is my discipline also. So, and since I've started the program, it has helped me to enhance my knowledge, add to my knowledge with the ones that I've known before.
What exactly is your field that you're talking about? Okay,
I'm an I studied agric extension service. I'm an agric extension service agent. So, and that was my course when I was in school.
Which school?
University of Ibadan.
Okay, so what were you doing before you started this N-Power involvement?
Okay, I was with my relative who happens to be a trader. So, but still I was looking forward to an avenue to acquire more knowledge on my field. I want to continue in my field, and then, like I said, it has been good that this opportunity was offered to me to acquire more knowledge as regards progressing in line with my career objective.
Okay, so since you started this project, this N-Power program, how has it been? How would you rate it, and how has it been beneficial to you and maybe your family?
Okay, well, most importantly, the exposure it has given me to understudy the business of agriculture, because there is agricultural training, there is the business of it. So that we are attached to businessmen is an added advantage to the training. So so there is a linkage between the training and the business side of agriculture. So we have been exposed to cooperative societies as well. So, and with all this, these are the major benefits I can say I've been exposed to. One, the business of agriculture. Two, the exposure to cooperative groups, and the commercial side of doing agriculture.
Okay, what challenges have you faced so far? Maybe some parts you need the organizers to work on.
Yeah, finances. So, for instance, like me, by goodwill, I partner with my farmer to do most of my things. So whenever I have orders for fish, I use his smoking clean to smoke it. I buy fish from him. So, like, if there's an avenue for the organizers to finance the trainees, because the knowledge they have tried by attaching them to farmers. So by now, the place of finance now, after the training, because all their training will be handicapped if the finance is not directed to them. So it's the place of finance, like in the acquisition of clean, it will be very profitable for them, and they will now be self-employed. They will be on their own. They will not look for jobs again. If, for instance, clean may not be financed, it's not necessary to give them cash. They can buy them the smoking clean. They can buy them equipment, related equipment, plumbing machines. Like the major thing they need now, like for me now, I will say, if I have to suggest, I will say let them go processor. Let them be processors, aggregate processors, which means that just buy them oven of capacity of 100 kg oven. Let them have an oven of capacity. Like with 1 million naira, you can get a good oven in about 1 million naira, or even some less that are lesser than that. Let them buy them oven for processing. Then the other aspects, maybe like pumping machine, ponds can be also made available to them. They can also do that like with a loan scheme. Like they are doing for some programs too. Let's say you give them the processing clean, and then with time they pay back with time. So it is the area of finances that is most crucial. Our people will say, you said you have an idea, but you don't have money. You lack money. Then that means it's as if you are a novice. You are nobody too. So it is the aspect of finance that let them concentrate on the finance aspect. But it is a good program. This is a proof that people can live well on agri business. With this, you don't need to look for white collar jobs anymore. You don't need to go and submit CV anymore. With this one, no need to look for job anymore. You can be independent. You can feed your family, pay school fees of your children. You can marry from it. But it has to be strategic.
Financially, how has it been beneficial to your family? How has it helped you as a family man? Are you married with children already?
No. For now, because of financial challenges. So I've not been able to step into some commitments. I mean, life commitments. But nevertheless, whenever I have orders for fish, I come to my farmer. I can buy like 5 kilo of fish. 5 kilo of fish at the rate of like the million size now. They sell it 550 per kilo. So I can buy some and I smoke it in its place. You understand? And I sell it. I just buy like 20 naira. There's this paper that I buy from printers. It's just like 5 naira or 10 naira. I slot inside the nylon. I sell it. You understand? And I make my profit there. So for some, I sell it 1,002, 1,003, 1,000 naira.
How long have you been in this business?
Well, since I started actually about 6 months ago.
Before 6 months, how much were you making? In 6 months, how much have you been able to make in comparison with the amount you were making before? Can you compare both?
Okay. Like I said, because of some few challenges, the profit has not been that favorable, you know, because you are limited. Even in terms of getting customers, there are limitations. But for the few ones that we are able to get, the profit margin is around, let's say, 300 averagely.
What is 300?
Per pack. Let's say when you pack one now, it's about you can make a gain of like 300 naira on it.
How many do you pack? Sometimes
I pack like 10 for people. Like I said, there's limitation.
Okay, before then, how much were you making in 6 months? How much would you have made if you were not doing this Empower?
The former business I was doing was with I was trading with my, so she puts me on a salary, which is 30,000 naira.
Which would you prefer?
Well, I would prefer to be on my own. This is better. This is my own business, you know, and it's not like you need several millions to set yourself up. You may not even need a shop. You may not even have, there may not be a need to have a shop. You know, it's just to have your clients, the people that you supply. Those are the major things, people that you supply, and to be able to enter the value chain. Getting your own oven. Even if you don't have the capacity to set up the whole pond, all these things, the archery, the ponds, even if you don't have the capacity to start down, at least start by having an oven. So you can buy from farmers. You can buy the fish from farmers.
Okay. When did you graduate from the University of Ibadan?
Okay, that was 2005.
Graduated in 2005?
Yes.
What have you been doing since then?
Yes, in between, of course, I have challenges of getting a decent job. So I've been, you know, hustling here and there, being with my parents, selling, trading generally. So, you know, I've not actually have the grace to stand on my own, to be self-employed. And plus the fact that, you know, jobs are difficult to get.